Well, it's such a nice day today because it's not sunny and annoying. I don't really even know what we should talk about today. I just wanted company, okay? Is that so bad? So, I guess we can just talk about whatever. And I like when you guys ask me questions that I can talk about a little bit. You know, like, obviously I can't really, like, give you guys the best perfect advice because I'm just a person, but it's nice to talk to someone, especially because if you haven't noticed, when I do answer a question or talk about something, the comments are for you guys to respond, kind of like if this was a FaceTime, the comments would be where you guys would respond to what I'm talking about. So lately, let me know what's going on with you guys' life in the comments if you want. But lately, I've just been doing the usual stuff, working, being okay with work, especially now that I have a best friend. I think I can confidently say that I have a best friend, and it's Lou. If you guys have heard me talk about her, sometimes Lou is my best friend. It's been so long since I've had a best friend that was a girl. I think I can get closer to women, because with guys it's like it's kind of hard because one of us develops a crush, or it's just people start to say things, you know what I mean? Because like I remember I had a friend that was a guy who, two of them, and I was not romantically interested. They were not romantic. Well, I don't know about one of them, but the other one was actually gay, and it was annoying that everybody at work will pair you up with a guy they see you walking around with. It's like, even if you like him or are thinking about it, people will pair you up, and it's so frustrating because it's like, first of all, one, it's none of your damn business, and you should feel embarrassed to, like, just, for example, me and Sand are always together walking around because we're friends. We never kissed, never, you know, like, talked about being in a relationship or anything. And people will assume we're already dating and we live together even, or stupid shit like that. Especially, you know, the weird thing is, I found out that, at least in my situation, I've worked in I'd say like 5 different places that I've noticed this, that guys will say women are gossipers, and they're gossipers, all they like to do is talk shit, spread rumors, and I've been in multiple friend groups that were all women, and even some that were men, and I've noticed that guys gossip more, and I hate to turn this into like a gender problem, but I'm not even gonna say all guys gossip more than women. The problem is, it has been labeled on women more than guys, that all they do is talk shit. And trust me, it is not. It really isn't. Especially where I work at right now, the old men are the ones who are constantly like whispering and stuff. I found out about, let's say, for example, I found out somebody was leaving at work and they didn't want anybody to know. So obviously, I didn't say anything. I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna say anything. I don't care. At least I know the heads up. How will it affect, like, my work, other people's work, or whatever, right? But I didn't say anything. And the last day of this person, they never made an announcement because not everybody wants to, you know, tell everybody, oh, I'm leaving, you know. So one of the old man finds out and runs over to me and Lou, who are minding our own business, and tells us, and like continues to spread it around. I'm like, oh my god, it's embarrassing. Can you not? Like, I get if you tell your friend something, you tell them, oh, please don't tell anybody or whatever, you know, like, at the end of the day, we're human. But to so obviously be blurting it out and assuming all this stuff, like, for example, me and Sand, again, walking around, like, me and Lou walk around all the time, nobody assumes anything because we're girls. But it's like with Sand, it's just annoying. And by the way, me and Sand are not dating, and I honestly, to change the subject, I have not talked about him in a while because I don't know what happened, but I don't want to be in a relationship with Sand. Like, I don't care. I'm happy alone and I'm at peace. Nobody keeps me up at night, like, wondering, oh my god, would we be a great pair? Like, I don't care. I just want to work and, you know, be happy, basically. And all I've noticed every time I'm in a relationship, I've been in relationships since I was in high school. So I was one of those people that was constantly in a relationship. Like, I'd find myself in a relationship and I'd always thought, I'm like, this is weird. How am I in a relationship already when I'm very uncomfortable talking to people? I don't date. Like, I've never been in what's it called? A website for dating. I've never gone on a date, met somebody at the date spot. Never done that. I've always just eventually, like, I like somebody and we start to hang out and then they just say, oh, we're dating, you know, and that's just how it happened. And I thought about it, and I recently, after my last breakup, I told my sister, this is weird, like, this feels weird. And she said, that's because you know, when you're in a relationship for so long, you stop to think for yourself and for us. You know, you become an us thing. What's best for the both of us? What can I do for this person? So you forget to care for yourself. And lately, that's all I've been doing. I care for myself now, and it feels good because it doesn't go almost wasted, because I feel like I wasted so much time caring for these other people that I loved. For what? You know, when I could have done all that for myself. You know, like, I could have done all this effort, all this money, all this time, could have gone for myself. And I don't regret everything I did for them because it taught me a lot. But I should do it for myself. You know, I should do more for myself, basically. I hope I'm in the right spot in the street because everybody went that way. So that's gonna be embarrassing later. Don't look at me. But yeah, that's just, I'm happy being single, and I don't want to rush into anything. I don't want to be in a relationship, be like, how did I get here? You know what I mean? And I don't want to pick somebody just because they picked me, type of thing. Like, oh, you like me? That's crazy. No one's ever gonna like me. Let me pick you. That's messed up. And what drew me to Sand was his interest in what I had to say and who I am as a person. And that should not be the only reason. And I am just not attracted to him like I used to. You know why? I found out too. Lou told me this, by the way, so I didn't come to the realization on my own. This is why it's so good to, like, have people to talk to about stuff like this. When I finally told Lou that I didn't like Sand anymore, and I didn't know why, it just completely, it completely clicked that I'm like, I just really I don't want to be in a relationship with him. I don't want to kiss him. I don't want him to touch me even. I don't want anything to do with him. And it wasn't anything he said. Like, it wasn't how he treated me. He treats me really good, actually. He's a really good friend. But Lou told me it was because bare minimum should not be the only reason you enter a relationship. You know, like, just because all the people I dated before didn't even give me respect or didn't make me feel like a person does not mean the first person that does make me feel like a human being with feelings, it should be the right person. You know, I was so used to it, and this is exactly how I felt, and this is exactly what I told my mom when we were leaving our old house. We had a really shitty house. It was really messed up, broken down. Everything was no AC, a heater barely worked. There was holes and leaking, flooding, everything. And when we were moving, I remember my mom, she kept liking every house we would go see. And I remember telling her, like, don't just like a house because you're comparing it to the shit we have. Because you have to go, like, for something that's gonna be there for a lifetime, you know, not just, oh, because if you're comparing it to something really shitty, it's not even something you actually want. You're just kind of giving into whatever's better, and that's everything. That's pretty much everything. And Sand already had, he came with a bare minimum, as in, you know, he he doesn't knock down my thoughts, my emotions, how I feel. He doesn't call me crazy when I'm like sad, miserable, you know, or like I spaz out or something, like, oh my gosh, this happened, or like, I can't believe this person did this to me. He doesn't call me crazy. And to me, that was a big thing, because that's what happened to me in relationships. And he pays for his own food and even offers to take turns with me, and that's bare minimum. Like, you should pay for your own food. You should not be comfortable with somebody in the relation unless it's like, you know, it's agreed upon because you're a stay-home parent or whatever, obviously. But he wasn't all about take, and because of that, because we took turns, I just thought, hey, he's the one. But it's like, it's not. He should write the limit, you know what I mean? And I should always find, if not that, better, way better. And the chemistry has to be there. I think I completely lost like attraction for him because I don't really have chemistry with him. Gosh, it's so nice right now. There's like nobody in the freeway. But yeah, that's what I think it was. And it sucks, but at least I'm honest with myself, and I'm glad we didn't jump into a relationship. And then later I find out, oh my gosh, I'm not into him, because I can't handle, like, once I wasn't attracted to him, I couldn't handle him touching me. Like, I was like, ugh. And I couldn't even say it. Like, that's the thing. It's like, ugh, I'm such an asshole, but it's like, we have the right to change our mind, you know? He's just not the one meant for me, and he's a good friend, and that doesn't mean I'm not gonna be his friend. I wasn't just his friend just to be in a relationship with him. No, like, I'm glad I know this, and that we're friends, but I'm never gonna break your heart, because I'm not gonna jump into a relationship knowing damn well I'm not attracted to you, you know? I like our story, I like our friendship, but I'm just glad I found out before, and I'm glad I think I needed to be his friend. It was almost like I needed to learn what bare minimum, even friendship, and to be with somebody, you have to be friends. I was in a relationship with somebody that I couldn't even be his friend. Like, I really couldn't. I don't know what I was thinking, you know? And it's like, the chemistry was there, but I couldn't be his friend. He would always knock me down. It felt really hard to talk to him. We always had to talk about stuff we disagreed on. It almost felt like I wasn't allowed to have my own opinion, and I'm glad it's over. I'm so glad. It's like, why wasn't it over before, you know, anything? Like, before it even started. And it's so important to, like, be with somebody, or even just be friends with people that share your same opinions. More of like, they respect your opinions and you respect theirs, no matter how different they are, because it makes you feel really bad about yourself, you know? And I've been learning this, and I'm glad. I'm almost certain now that we meet people so they can teach us something, and if you fail to learn what that person was meant to teach you, you will meet somebody like them again and again and again. So that's what I think it was. And yeah, so anybody wondering, oh, is that, you know, like, oh, are you with Sand? Are you guys together? No, we're not, and we're not going to be together because I don't want to be in a relationship. I'm honestly happy. In fact, I'm actually planning to get live my life alone as long as I can, because I don't want to be with anybody. I'm actually so much happier now. I don't cry myself to sleep, sadly enough. And if I do, it's because of that movie or something, you know, like, that is helping me. Like, sometimes I'm like, I need to cry. If I'm really sad, I'm like, I need to have one of those days where I cry so I can just let my sadness go, get through it, speed that process up, and feel better. For anybody wondering, like, I remember I talked about my birthday, that I always get really sad around my birthday. I've never been happy about it. I've hated it all my life. Especially, I think when I was 12 is when I really freaking hated my birthday. That's when it really got pretty bad, and every year ever since I was 12, it got worse and worse and worse. I think one of the things was I was made fun of for crying on my birthday, because I burst into tears when one of my siblings got me a really expensive gift that I didn't ask for, and that I actually said I really didn't want. The specific gift I really didn't want, because everybody else was getting it for their birthday, right? Or for whatever. And I really didn't want it, because I'm not a person that likes expensive stuff, but it was really not my type of gift. hard time for me. I can't explain it, but it's just really, really hard. Like, it just feels like really dreadful. Like, I hate my birthday so much. And I realized this birthday that already passed, I'm not the type that takes my birthday seriously, because I was always like, I'd rather like care for other people. Like, I'm very happy being backstage and caring for others, and that's how I was raised basically, and I love it. Like, I like caring for other people. I like going all out for other people's days, not mine. And I think it's more of like, not everybody should be happy about their birthday. We should just accept that not everybody fits the mold, you know? And instead of putting that feeling of like, oh, I should not cry because they'll make fun of me, I decided to lock myself in my room and just cry it all out. Just cry, be sad, be miserable, think of how miserable it is, how much I hate it, and how much every year it gets harder, all the sadness, and let it out. And then the next day, that was my birthday, I was fine. Like, I didn't have that choking feeling of like, I'm gonna burst into tears right now. I didn't have that. I didn't have to swallow that sadness anymore, because I had already allowed it to be felt. And for a lot of people that were saying, oh, you should cry, you should cry, I knew that was the answer. But you guys just responding to my story on Instagram and saying, kind of giving me the permission to do it, made me feel so much better, because you guys do not understand. I've lived all my life, sure, crying and emotions like those, all the emotions that are typically felt by women, you know, that are allowed by women. Oh my god, this car is so close to me. Were a bad thing, like shameful and stupid and pathetic, and that just sucks. It's really hard. So thanks for everybody that sent me that. I do read most of the messages. I don't respond to all of them, because I just don't want to be like all the time responding and on freaking Instagram. I hate this car so much. Anybody out there who like gets really close to the cars when they're not driving fast enough, you guys are assholes, just so you know. All a bunch of assholes. Like, it's not gonna make us go faster. In fact, if you've ever had somebody super close to you, behind you, and you're driving the speed limit, slow down, so it teaches them like, oh, that's not gonna really do anything, asshole. But be careful, because some of them are crazy. Some of them are crazy enough to push your car. Oh no, he's coming! But yeah, that's what I have to say about that. I am so much better now. I'm happy. Actually, this birthday, Lou took me out with her boyfriend, and they actually taught me how I'm supposed to be treated on my birthday. Like, isn't that crazy? Your best friend and her boyfriend, who are like in a healthy relationship, teach you how you're supposed to be treated by, and nobody has ever done that for me other than my family, you know, when I was younger. They were the ones who treated me better than I've been treated in any relationship I've ever been with, you know. And I've only had 3 relationships, but I would say they were pretty serious, because I never jump into relationships not thinking, hey, we're gonna have kids and we're gonna be forever together, or as long as we can. You know what I mean? I don't date for fun. Like, I think that's a very weird way to look at it, but I mean, do what you want as long as both of you know that you're in it for the fun. I'm looking for a companionship, or I was looking for. Now I'm done looking. I'm just like sad. Like, I don't really, like, I always wanted to have kids, but I'm kind of in a place where it's like, if I don't find somebody, and I think I'm whole alone, basically. I'm fully happy and capable to be alone. I don't need somebody to complete me. I'm done trying to fit the stereotype that everybody pressures me, especially as a Mexican American, where it's like your family's like, why aren't you married? I don't care. Like, I'm sorry you look miserable, you're divorced even. Like, I don't care. I'm here to make myself happy, and I want 10 cats. Okay, I'm sorry. If you guys want to play stereotypes, I'm gonna fit the stereotype of what you didn't want me to be and what I'm very happy to. I have 3 cats, and I think I want more. I won't have 10 cats when I don't have the place for them, you know, but 6 is my favorite number, so I kind of want 6 cats. So the cats are so much easier, like, they're so much better companions, like, than all of my relationships. So I think I'm good. I think I've made up my mind. If I find somebody that's like more emotionally intelligent than my cats, then, you know, and we have chemistry, then okay. If the moons align. But that's all I have to say. Let me know. Tell me how many cats you have in the comments. And I'll see you guys later, okay? Bye.